people come to music festivals to party and have a good time. I'm out here at Ocean's Calling Fest to see if I can survive. Over the next 3 days, I'll be here hanging out at the festival, but here's the twist. I have less and less money to spend each day.
And the rules are simple. There's 3 days of this festival. Day 1, I'll have $100 to spend, which we'll call easy mode. Day 2, I'll cut the budget in half and only have $50 to spend. And day 3, I will have a measly $20 to spend, which we all know with festival pricing will be difficult. If I don't stay within my budget, I'll have to go through some kind of embarrassing punishment each day. And with the wild weather and other obstacles we face during this weekend, staying in budget may not be the easiest thing.
All right, so today I have $100 to spend. I feel like it's light mode day, but I guess we'll see. The main thing I need to do today is find where the cheapest things are along this boardwalk. So I gotta find out where the cheap beers are, the cheap food is, because that will save me for the rest of the weekend. But $100, light work today, I got this.
So as we entered the festival, my first goal before even watching any bands was to start scouting out some cheap stuff. We knew we were gonna need some water for the day, so that was first on my list, and after looking at some festival pricing, I found a more reasonable option.
All right, so I got 3 bottles of water, $9. We're $9 in. Still got 91 bucks to spend today. Let's do this.
Water was obviously very important, but I also wanted to find some inexpensive beer for the weekend. And as we saw, the prices at the festival were a bit crazy. And of course,
I gave my waters away. So I spent $9 and got no water. So now I have a liquid death. This cost $6, so that puts me at whatever that puts me at, because my math isn't good, but I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Then it was time to go see some music, so we decided to check out Fountains of Wayne for our first set. And of course, they played their banger. But we knew we were gonna have to eat something at some point, so we ended up getting
2 slices of pizza and a Diet Coke, $24. Sunday will be rough. This weekend will be rough.
So after spending some money, we wanted to go see Nelly perform, but we figured we needed a drink before we do that.
2 drinks, but technically only 1 is for me. $18 added to the total. Not great. Will I make it till the end of the day? No. If I don't make it to the end of the day, I have to do a big air guitar solo in the middle of the Green Day pit. And I also will have no idea how I'm gonna make it through the next 2 days, but I guess we'll see, because I've already spent quite a bit of money.
So now that we spent enough money, it was time to catch Nelly's set, and we decided as a group to add something to our attire.
The whole crew has brought out Band-Aids. Frank? Yeah. Got a Band-Aid? Steve? Yeah. And no, I did not spend any money on this Band-Aid. It was given to me, so it's not part of the budget.
And to set the tone of why later in this video I'll be making excuses for not buying things, Nelly said it best. And then because we're starting to get a little old, our feet and our backs were hurting, which led to my next purchase.
We underestimated how much walking this is, so I had to buy a blanket. It was $18. This was a worthwhile investment. For the same price as a beer, we can now lay down for the rest of the weekend. Worth it, I'd say. I just have to carry it for the next 2 days.
So we decided to take a load off and watch the Black Crowes while laying down on the beach, since we wanted to save our energy for Green Day's set. And I took some time to hydrate and was proud to say,
we refilled the same water bottle all day. Only $3.
But since there was a little money left to spend, I decided to grab dinner, except the lines on the boardwalk were out of control, except for one place.
Had to eat something because it's been a few hours now. I got this Auntie Anne's. I got some pretzels and a pretzel dog. 1, I felt like it might be the most reasonably priced thing, but 2, the lines for everything right now are absolutely out of control. I don't even want to think about standing on any of these lines. This was $16.50, so add a little more to my tab here.
But then it was time for our most anticipated set of the day, Green Day, who absolutely crushed it. And as I sang this lyric, I kept thinking about how much less money I was going to have to spend over the next 2 days. But since I stayed in budget today, I made it through without having to embarrass myself with a punishment.
Made it through day 1. Gina, how was Green Day?
Remarkable. Amazing. 10 out of 10.
I stayed within budget. Tomorrow I have $50. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do a punishment tomorrow, but I'm really gonna try to stay within the $50. Stay tuned. All right, we're out here. It's day 2 at Ocean Calling. It's absolutely pouring out here today. I have to stay within a $50 budget. Let's see if I can do it. Day 2, let's do this.
The first band of the day was Wheatus, and because I had a child's budget, I definitely felt like... But because of the rainy weather, I quickly had to make my first purchase of the day.
I've already spent $10 on my poncho. Not up to the best start. $40 left. I think I could do it through the rest of the day, though, because I figured out where all the cheap shit is yesterday. I'll keep you up to date.
Next, we were all feeling the rain on our skin during Natasha Bedingfield, and I made another purchase, but started to learn my limits for the day.
I did get a beer. We're now at the merchandise. I 100% cannot afford merchandise today.
I can.
It's not in my budget. Everything is minimally $40. No merch for AJ.
We absolutely had to get out of the rain for a little bit, which means there's a chance I'm gonna spend a little more money, but luckily,
We found a spot that had $6 beers. It's a good day so far. We got two $6 beers.
so after hanging out at the bar for a little bit, I knew the only way I wasn't gonna spend money is if I jammed myself into crowds of people and watched some more music, so
We're going to see Good Charlotte. Y'all ready?
so we waited in the crowd for a little bit and my buddies were busting my balls.
Trying to ruin AJ's videos.
And by this time of the day with all the walking in the rain, we were getting a little delusional.
It is so wet out. So wet out.
But luckily being stuck in the crowd and waiting for the music kept me from spending any more money, and watching Good Charlotte brought us back 20 years or so.
I think because it's rained so much today, I've made it out without spending too much money. I haven't eaten all day, but I don't think I've spent 50 bucks. So I think this is overall a win. We're gonna go see Vampire Weekend.
So we spent the last part of our day dancing in the rain to Vampire Weekend, and we decided to leave the festival a little bit early, which probably helped me from not spending the rest of the $50, so another win for day 2. Will I be as lucky on day 3?
I've made it to day 3. Here, Ocean's calling. You might be wondering, am I tired? The answer is yes, extremely. Today's budget, $20. You might think, hey, that's impossible. But I have a master plan.
Step 1, wear cargo pants. Step 2, bring in a bottle and snacks into these cargo pants. And then,
The question becomes, will we make it through without getting my water bottle taken as well as protein bars? Because they're gonna be huge on the money saving game here.
so even though security said to take everything out of our pockets, I left them in my pockets and
Was harassed by the security a little bit, but the bars and the water bottle made it safely into the festival. It's crowded already.
next up on the master plan was to grab something light to eat and then take what I learned from day 2 and just jam myself into the middle of crowds for the rest of the day so I'm not tempted to spend more money. We stopped at the same bar that had the $6 beers, and while my friends all drank, I had made some other choices.
Can't afford a drink, but I can get some free ketchup.
So I made my first and hopefully one of my only purchases of the day, which was a grilled cheese for $7. Because right after that, I headed right to the beach to check out Devo, and it was time to get serious about my expenses and with several hours still left in this festival, I knew the only way not to spend more money was to push myself deep in the crowd to watch
Weezer!
And after many more tiring hours of standing on the sand, we pushed ourselves even further into the crowd, and the stuff I snuck in earlier paid off because
Finally cashed in on the bars. This is dinner.
and after eating our free dinner, we screamed our lungs out to Fall Out Boy. And had an absolutely epic end to the festival weekend. And if I could give one piece of advice to how to save money,
I didn't drink any water or eat anything basically since that grilled cheese. And that was at like 2 o'clock. It's 11:30. So the secret, if you want to come to a festival and not spend money, just be miserable.
if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like rock music.
Should we just hide out in the festival and not leave?
No, I'm going home.